Hey y'all, so it is that time again. It is my review for Basketball Wives, episodes 22 and 23. Those 2 weeks just flew by, didn't they? Like, there's still more episodes of this terrible show, and no ending is in sight. But I'm gonna continue on, and y'all already know the deal. This is gonna be an express review of these 2 episodes because my F's are out. If anybody in the chat knows how many episodes are in this season, please let me know. I will definitely appreciate it, just so I can mark my damn calendar of when this ends. But let's get into this episode. So 2 weeks ago, I remember it ended on Duffy apologizing to Brandy about what she said, that she doesn't owe her any loyalty. And she ended the episode on, well, I can forgive you, but I'm never gonna forget it. So Duffy looks like she's just gonna have to take that response. And then Brandy says that I receive it, but it looks like she needs some more time. I'm like, why? And again, what were they arguing about in the first place? It was about Malaysia, who she didn't even care about in the Instagram post anyway. She's extending this fake beef for a plot line since Malaysia not on the show anymore to fight with. So next scene, we're back in LA with Jennifer as she's visiting her man. He's cooking for her. He seems like a really good match for her, and I'm happy for Jennifer. Other than that, fast forward. Okay, I'll lie. I didn't fast forward yet because she's eating this basic ass meal he prepared and she's acting like he's Wolfgang Puck. He really served her a chicken breast that looked straight out the air fryer with a side of broccolini. A basic meal for a basic chick. So next scene, we're back in Sacramento, but with Jackie and Duffy as they're on a double date with their men. I don't know why these ladies be foaming at the mouth to have their men meet Doug. He is not going to give your man a job. This conversation is even more boring. I don't care how Duffy and her man met. They've been engaged for 8 years? Okay, fast forward. Next scene, we're with the 3 Bs, British, Brandy, and Brooke, and they're going to a souvenir shop. Now, I could see if it was New York or New Orleans. Hell, even Orlando. But Sacramento? That's like you're getting souvenirs from Houston, Texas, or Jackson, Mississippi. What? Why? So British is telling Brandy that she should definitely hear Duffy out, give her another chance because she was so apologetic. She really feels bad because she's the one that started this argument in the first place. Felon, and now she feels guilt for stirring the pot. Y'all notice this pattern she has with delayed guilt? I'm sure she felt guilt after she got caught for identity theft. Brandy is still being stubborn and she feels how she feels. I've been burned so many times by your husband and you still with him. I also had no idea that she was on Ayanla before, and my friend told me that her husband cheated on her by at least 20 women. So next scene, it looks like the ladies are back in LA. Thanks editing team for letting us know. Jackie and Brandy are meeting up for lunch. Brandy is really sucking up to Jackie to get her man a job. Jackie is just gushing about the basic experience she gave the other ladies. She's talking about what happened with Jennifer hurt her heart, yet she admitted in the last episode at dinner to the ladies that she gave her a shitty room on purpose. Granted though, all Jennifer had to do was just upgrade to a suite and keep it pushing. So not only is Jackie expecting an apology from Jennifer, she's telling Brandy that she helped Jennifer with her project coming up. I'm thinking it's about how she was scammed by one of her ex-men. So it looks like Brandy's hosting a gathering for the ladies and Duffy's the only one not invited. Jackie tries to convince her to invite Duffy and make things right, which is rich coming from Jackie as she's beefing with Jennifer. But then Brandy starts crying, I just know my worth. Girl, you have no worth on this show. I don't know why you're still on it with these fake beefs. I'm tired of the acting. There are no tears. Where are the tears, Brandy? I don't see them. Next scene, we're with Jennifer as she's doing her casting call for her hair show coming up. She has Brooke coming along to help her out. After the casting, they're not talking about what all happened in San Diego. I mean, I'm glad Jennifer has this buck energy with Jackie because she definitely didn't have it with Evelyn. So as they're talking, Brooke tells Jennifer that Jackie is saying that she helped her out on her documentary that she's doing. And Jennifer just goes into orbit. She said she just had a conversation with Jackie and she was there for the screening. That's it. And she's mad that Jackie's trying to take credit for being a part of it. So Jennifer confirms in her confessional that this passion project she's working on is about the man that stole her car. She was dating a con man. She definitely knows how to pick him. Like, I'm just waiting for this new relationship to blow up in her face. I don't want it to blow up in her face, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised. So next scene, we're at Brandy's rented apartment where she's having a kickback for all the ladies except for Duffy. We see Angel, who decided to make an appearance. She's the first one there. I will say the food ironically looks great because it wasn't made by Brandy. Oh, Angel, she just doesn't belong on this show. I mean, she's very nice, I like her, but like her presence on here is pointless. They're basically using her as a placeholder for Malaysia. Oh, so correction, looks like Duffy's invited after all. Maybe production forced Brandy to invite Duffy. But we see Duffy being surprised that she's invited. She's talking to British as she's walking with her. And British tells her that she feels like it's her fault for, telling Brandy about the loyalty comment. You think? But she says she's going to try to get them together after causing the fight in the first place. So the rest of the ladies arrive and we notice that Brandy gives Duffy a warm greeting. This just isn't luxury to me. Like, me and my friends, they could come over here and we can like order some takeout and stuff. We'd be hanging out just like them. Like, where is the luxury on this show? So the only person missing at this kickback is Jennifer, who probably didn't come because Jackie is there. And we also found out that Jackie is not invited to her upcoming hair event. I don't blame Jennifer. I wouldn't want Jackie there either, especially after the stunt she pulled at the fashion show. So now the conversation moves to Duffy. She's telling the other ladies that she's finally ready to walk down the aisle. Now, y'all told me in the comments that it wasn't her fiance that was holding up the wedding, it was her. I didn't know that. So Duffy says this time around, she's gonna do the proposing to her fiance. And I'm hoping this wedding ain't for a plot line because y'all ain't getting another season of this. Or at least I ain't reviewing it. So a little later as Brooke is talking, everyone just hears a loud beep going off and it's British's ankle monitor. I'm like, is she violating her probation by just going to Brandy's apartment? Did she forget to charge it? But apparently if it dies, she gets a violation. Well, another violation. Okay, so we cut to her confessional and she in fact did forget to charge it. But lucky for her, she's close to her apartment because she probably live in the same complex as Brandy, considering that they both don't live in LA. She literally had to rush out. Ooh, child, the ghetto, the ghetto. So next scene is the day of Jennifer's hair fashion show. All the ladies are arriving. Angel brings these 10-pound earrings. She is just known for that. I'm surprised her earlobes are down to her shoulders at this point. This fashion show though looks like it's taking place in front of a mall area because you can see like the Abercrombie and Fitch in the back and then people just walking up and down like the boardwalk. I guess. As far as the fashion show, I mean, they're just modeling the hair, so all the models are wearing the same thing. And it looks like they all have the same hairstyle too. I would think if you're modeling the hair, they would have different hairstyles, but what do I know? After the show is over, Jennifer's just saying how proud she is of herself. She goes and greets her man as well as his parents. She's talking to the other ladies now and they bring up Jackie and they're saying, how long is this feud gonna go on? Jennifer gives no fuck. She does not care about Jackie. So now the new issue Jennifer has with Jackie is her saying that she was a part of Jennifer's documentary. Don't take credit for my shit. So next scene, we're at Jackie's apartment rental and Duffy's coming over. They're kikiing and Duffy says she's gonna invite all the ladies to Mexico. Wow, a cash trip outside the United States. I'm shocked. But she's going there so she can propose to her fiance. So she's basically redoing her proposal because it's been so long since the last one. I've heard of renewing your vows, but never renewing your proposal. Duffy then tells Jackie that she was missed at Jennifer's hair event, and Jackie's saying that she's all full of love now, she wants to move forward. Like, what? I don't know. Why am I trying to understand Jackie Christie? Let's move on. Next scene we're with Jennifer and British as they go to a nail spa, and unbeknownst to Jennifer, British invited Jackie. Like the look on Jennifer's face right now when Jackie walked in. So we cut to British confessional and she's trying to be mini Jackie, like involving herself in people's beefs. Like she really has a lot of time on her hands, doesn't she? If I was her, I'd be more concerned with beating those charges than trying to fix fake beef between the ladies. Unfortunately for Jennifer, she just started getting her pedicure, so she can't just walk out. Jackie is just so wacky. She's acting like nothing happened between them. So now Jackie's talking with her fake sweet voice as she apologizes to Jennifer. But Jennifer's like, I feel like you keep fucking with me. And then production shows us the multiple times that Jackie has antagonized Jennifer. From her hijinks at the fashion show, from calling her a giraffe, to saying that she worked on Jen's documentary. Jackie is basically calling Jennifer a liar, saying that she's fabricating the truth. They're going back and forth now, and then you see British fella ass just laying back and eating cupcakes while they arguing. Jennifer's had enough of Jackie's bullshit, so she gets up to leave. As she's walking out the door, Jackie's now insulting her, which just proves that she wasn't being genuine in the first place. So that's where the episode ends. Let's get to episode 23. So this episode opens with all the ladies receiving Duffy's invite to Mexico, where she's going to propose to her fiance. Again. Well, she's going to be proposing to him this time. Y'all know what I mean. It's a nice little bouquet with a card attached. We see all the ladies getting it. They're saying how nice it is. We see British wondering whether she'd be able to even cross the border or not. And then Jennifer is less than thrilled that Jackie's going to be there. So next scene, we're at Angel Brink's store and Duffy's coming by. I actually don't mind this wig on her. It looks nice. It looks like Angel will be making a dress for Duffy. It really felt like Angel's just like the resident seamstress for the group whenever they have their events. Because if y'all remember, in part 1 of this terrible season, Jennifer went to Angel for a dress for her event. As they're talking, Duffy asks Angel, "Are you gonna be there?" Because we know she's normally MIA. So Angel says, I don't know. She doesn't want to be, far from the baby, which is understandable. You'd think by the third baby she'd be a little lax, but what do I know about parenthood and child rearing? Angel says she feels like she'd get anxiety while in Mexico. And honestly, even if she didn't have the kid, I think she was still trying to make up excuses. I think she just don't want to be around these ladies. By the way Duffy responded, she don't give a fuck. She's like, I want you there. I want you there. By the end of their conversation, Angel says she'll try to make it. So next scene, we're with Jackie and Brooke, and they're kikiing in Jackie's rental. They're talking about the upcoming Mexico trip, and now Jackie's telling her about her run-in with Jennifer. And of course, she's giving her version of events that happened. We cut to Jackie's confessional, and she's standing in her truth that she actually did consult Jennifer on her documentary. Oh, and it looks like Jackie has receipts. She shows Brooke the text messages, and it looks like they had a conversation about it. So next scene, we're British heading over to Brooke's rental. They're having a kiki and eating. They're talking about Mexico too, and British, of course, is worried if she can come or not. She says she fired her first attorney and hired a new one and put in a motion to go to Mexico. I'm wondering, how can she afford an attorney? I just thought she was using one that was provided to her by the court. So Brooke is talking about how her divorce is going, and she says she's hesitant to tell the ladies that she's been seeing her estranged husband more just to see if they can save the marriage, because all of them just keep telling her that she needs to stay in her marriage. Again, like, she needs the friend to be like, leave that ninja. I would not take any advice from those ladies in that group. One of them let their man cheat on them 20 times. Another one is a felon. The next girl, she's been engaged for 5-6 years? And then the next one is a psycho. I think y'all can attach the names to who I'm talking about. Next scene with Duffy, her fiance, and her kids. I did not know that she had 2 kids. Why did I think that girl was her first one? Hold up. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me she made all these decorations, sent it to the ladies, saying, oh, we're going to Mexico, I'm going to propose to him, and he didn't even know she was going to Mexico because she's asking permission to go. And then she's trying to make sure he can go to Mexico on the last day when the men are invited. That is a mess, and she's going to look like a big fool if he can't make it to Mexico. Anyway, she's telling him this, and he got that, I don't look like I'm gonna make it face. Girl, this is your fault for not making sure that he can make it to Mexico. You can't be mad at him. He then begrudgingly says he can make it though. So next we get a montage, all the ladies packing for Mexico. We're with Brooke and she's getting a call from her estranged husband. He seems very desperate and persistent to have her back in his life. He even offers to go to Mexico with her when all the couples are gonna be there. I'm really curious if she finalized the divorce. Does anybody know? Because I don't care outside of this show. So most of the ladies all arrived in Mexico. Duffy tells them that they're all getting sweets, so there's no issue. So Angel, she's behind in LA, still making her dress. She might go. Well, now she's obligated to go unless you want to mail it to her. And they still don't know if British can make it because she's a felon with an ankle monitor. So Jennifer gets to her suite, and then I'm like, girl, it's not that much bigger than the room you had that Jackie gave you. It just has a patio. Yeah, these rooms do not look luxurious. They look like they were on sale. So they're going to their first activity, which is a cenote. Fast forward. During their time there, though, it's clear that there's contention between Jennifer and Jackie. Oh, they keep talking about the same thing. So someone else asked Jennifer about Jackie's credential on her whack-ass documentary she's making. Again, she says, Jackie had nothing to do with it. Lord have mercy. And then across the water, you have Jackie talking to Brooke, and then she's relaying what Jennifer told her. Like, they're all at the same location right now. Can't they just all talk about it together? I mean, I guess because Brandy and Duffy aren't fighting anymore, like they need at least one beef in the group. Okay, Jennifer, we get it. The documentary is about the scammers that you dated. They're all at lunch now, and they're literally talking about nothing that I care about. They're talking about the re-engagement, how she's nervous, love, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward. The conversation then turns to Brooke talking about her relationship. All ladies are grilling her right now to see if she's going to get back with her husband. And there go Brandy. As soon as Brooke even opened her mouth about her estranged husband, yeah, he gonna get back with her. He trying his hardest. She need to get back with him. Y'all already know what I'm gonna say. Just put it in the comments what you think of Brandy giving advice to somebody. The topic then turns to British and whether she'll be able to come to Mexico or not. Jackie calls her up and then steps away to talk to her on FaceTime, and British confirms that she won't be coming to Mexico. I don't particularly care because it's what she deserves, but Jackie is just shocked. I'm like, she's a felon, Jackie. What did you think? They cut to British confessional. This is extreme. I didn't know they'd had that much power over my life. Yes, usually when you break the law and you headed to jail, yeah, you're in the system, sweets. Jackie then goes back to tell the other ladies that British won't be making it, and Duffy's now hoping that Angel doesn't follow suit, especially because she has her dress. We then cut to Duffy talking to her man, and he's telling her that there's a really big poker game that he's missing out on. And she's like, you better make it here. That'll be something if her man and her dress don't make it to Mexico. Because you know Angel don't want to go. So next thing is later in the evening, the ladies are all at dinner. Duffy is telling the ladies that she has not heard from Angel. She has not responded to her texts or phone calls, and she's getting worried. She doesn't even know when she's coming because they didn't confirm. So again, you telling me you didn't even confirm the dress or the fact that your husband can even make it to Mexico before you sent out invites. She's being set up for embarrassment. The other ladies are trying to reassure her that Angel is a professional. I don't think Angel's gonna flake out on her, but I would gag if she does. And especially if her husband can't make it either. So some time passed by at the table, and it's a little awkward because Jackie and Jennifer are still going at it. So then Brooke brings up that both ladies should talk out their differences at the table. Jennifer is a little pissed off by this because she don't have shit to say to Jackie. And then you have Brandy to her right saying, y'all need to stop the pettiness. And I'm just like, Jennifer right now, I'm like, are you really talking for real? And she asked her, have you had a one-on-one with Duffy? So now this prompts Brandy to talk to Duffy, who's sitting right across from her, saying that like, oh, well, did we talk out our issues? And Duffy's like, not really. Here go Jackie again, acting like she wasn't the main antagonist in her beef with Jennifer. She's like, well, when you're ready to talk, I'll be here. Jennifer obliges, but she comes in hot. She's like, well, why are you telling these ladies that you're a producer on my show? So now Jackie's claiming that she never said that she was a producer on her show. It's a lie. They're going back and forth, and I'm sure the person that told Jennifer that Jackie said that she was a producer is back in the States with her ankle monitor. Once they get over the semantics of the word producer, Jackie does admit saying that she told other ladies that she helped on Jennifer's project. Jackie says that they talked about it. Jennifer's like, stop taking credit for my shit. Like she's banging on the table. Like, who is this new Jen? Like she would have never done this to Tammy or Evelyn. Jackie's had enough now, and the real Jackie is coming out, and she's calling Jennifer a liar, garbage, and a bitch. Now, apparently Jackie must have said something worse because you have a different reaction from the other lady saying, Jackie, no, no. Like, I think something was edited out right there because just calling her a bitch and garbage and a liar, like, Jennifer is basically calling Jackie the same thing. Jackie is fully activated now. You a lying ass bitch! At this point, the ladies are now being separated, and Jackie stays at the table while Brandy's escorting Jennifer out. Okay, so apparently the terrible thing that Jackie said was she called Jennifer's project garbage. Okay. I can see if she called her mom garbage because she's deceased, like that would have been just low. But she just called her project garbage. So we're with Jennifer talking to Brandy, and it looks like Jennifer has finally caught up with the audience by telling Brandy that her, as well as the other ladies, keep making excuses for Jackie's behavior and normalizing it. I'm like, finally, somebody has said that. Like, they all need to hold Jackie accountable. And Brandy got nothing to say because she knows that Jennifer's telling the truth. Meanwhile, with Jackie back at the table, as the other ladies are trying to calm her down, she's telling them that Jennifer could come back to the table. She turns around and says, "Yo, bitch! You invited back to the table, ho!" And then surprisingly, Brandy yells at Jackie, telling her that she's doing the most, and she calls herself a damn coach's wife. I'm like, finally! That is the best thing that Brandy has done all season. And I'm counting part 1. Jackie's a little gagged by this because she thought Brandy was going to continue to kiss her ass to get her husband a job. I'm a little taken aback too. After that, Jackie wants to get up from the table because she's being called out and her husband's being brought into it. So then Brandy goes up to her to tell her that she's being disrespectful. Now they're going back and forth. And then she tells Brandy, "You need to deal with your own shit," and points at Duffy. So now Brandy's activated and says, "Are you fucking kidding me?" As Jackie's walking off, Brandy tries to follow after her, but she's in those shoes and she can't get down, so she yells at Brooke to help her, and then we get to be continued, and that is where the episode ends. Finally, a fight I can give a fuck about because that one seemed a little bit more realer than the others. And another one of the ladies finally calling out Jackie on her wacky ass behavior. It needs to be all of them standing up to Jackie because they've all been tolerating her the whole season. Alright, so I'm looking at the preview, and again, the season finale is nowhere in sight. Nowhere in sight. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode. I will see y'all in 2 weeks for the next 2 episodes. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you for the next episode in 2 weeks. Bye.